Alright everybody, part 2 of this series, number 2 favorite champion, and that's just because other people are really good with him, I am not. Number 2 champion of all time for me so far has been Koga. Koga is kind of like one of the main faces of Paladins. So, it gets pretty crazy. Koga, quite honestly, just has a shit ton of damage he can deal in a very short amount of time. I've seen people drop into an enemy team's spawn and just absolutely slay everybody. It is insane. He genuinely has builds that I've seen him just top everything. But no, Koga in himself actually is one of my favorites as far as sheer ability. We've got his twin SMGs here. They're fairly quick on the fire rate. They don't deal a lot of damage per bullet, but overall everything seems to be going pretty well with them. I've seen people get so good at Koga that they've actually been able to swap from his SMGs to his claws, which are part of him as a whole. His thing is something called Dragon Stance. He'll swap from using his guns to using those claws there. So basically, one way that a lot of people use him is they will swap from the SMGs to using the claws, and they will completely shred people out. You see his triangle is fully charged there. That's the one move in Koga's entire arsenal that usually leads to him destroying an entire enemy team. Let's see here. I'm going to try and get a decent hit with it. Honestly, I'm going to admit, I suck at using Koga. My next one, my number 1, is going to be a champion known as Maldamba. He is a support character. He can do a pretty decent amount of damage on top of healing his team for a fairly decent chunk as well. So, I'm going to try and sneak in through here. And here we go.
Double kill.
Alright. So I managed to get some there, but that move right there where he disappeared and shredded those two, that is his ult. That thing is ridiculous. Like I said, I've seen people play as Koga and they just shred through everything. It is honestly terrifying. Koga is, well, he's quite honestly just a beast. You know, if you know how to use them right, which I definitely do not. I have not put in the time to know how to use Koga. That's just all there is to it. Now, all three, I mentioned this was going to be a 3-part thing. I do want to be completely honest. I am going to be, it's going to take a little bit to get all 3 of these up, but they will all 3 be posted today. Alright, I gotta wait for my health regen. But now that you've seen his abilities, he also does, his abilities do also change whenever there's, whenever he activates his Dragon Stance.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy killing spree.
Now, it's only his, 2 there, the, L2. The L2, whenever he doesn't have Dragon Claw, is he just turns invisible and dashes forward real quick. But whenever his dragon stance is active, he just charges through and tries to skewer people with his claws.
Enemy killing spree.
Ah, I almost had him. Alright, everybody, so this kind of wraps up Koga. He's honestly a pretty decent champion overall, if you know how to use him. Me, I do not. Do not follow my gameplay. I do a horrible job. And also, please, make sure to download Paladins. Play. Come on. We need more people. Alright, guys, that about wraps it up, and thank you very much. Please feel free to watch the first section if you didn't. It is on the Bomb King, and the third part is going to be on Maldamba. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful night.